Everyone. Good evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy Friday. Just giving everyone a second to log in and to join if they want. We'll go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining me. I'm Tara. I'm a meditation teacher, and I'm also participating in Dry January. Before I start today's session, I just wanted to give one quick announcement. I've decided to participate in next week's blackout of all Meta platforms. So I will be signing off of Facebook from January 19th through the 25th. My career has always hinged on factual accuracy and operating from a place of ethics. So it's important to me that Meta hears the message that its viewers or that its users value fact checking. I'll continue to hold these live sessions all throughout next week on YouTube, so please join me there in the comments to this session and in the pinned event on my Facebook profile. I will post the link to my Rain and Dryuary playlist where you can access all of the upcoming live sessions as well as their recordings. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So today is day 17 of Dry January, or Dryuary as a lot of us call it. Damp January or dry-ish January. However you're practicing it, these meditation sessions are geared toward those intentions. In past sessions, I've mentioned the Alcohol Minimalist podcast and what the host, Molly Watts, refers to as the 4 core beliefs surrounding alcohol use. And one of them is that it relieves stress, which I've addressed in many of my sessions. Another is that it makes things more fun, which I addressed last Friday. And another is that it's my reward, which I addressed on Wednesday of this week. Another one is that it keeps me going, and I'll discuss that a little later, maybe next week. But today I want to focus on the idea that it creates connection. Because it's Friday, a lot of us may be going out either tonight or sometime this weekend and getting together with others. And a lot of us have this idea that alcohol helps us connect with others more easily. I'm naturally a shy person. I always have been. And so I've always had a hard time initially connecting with others. It's always been a very gradual process as I've gotten to know people. And I've often been the new kid in town, um, especially in college, graduate school, throughout my 20s, heading to a bar after class or work. Or to someone's party often served as an icebreaker where I'd finally get to talk to others outside of the academic or professional context, joke around, and connect. And yes, scientifically, alcohol, particularly that initial buzz, creates this pleasurable feeling of euphoria and it lessens our inhibitions. So it can make us feel braver and more social. And we often try to keep this going by drinking more. In addition, we've been conditioned by history. Alcohol has been consumed for thousands of years in communal spaces and occasions. I was an English major, so I remember reading medieval literature and hearing about the mess halls where travelers gathered in and with these long tables, and there was always lots of mead flowing at these gatherings. So often alcohol has just gone hand in hand with socializing. It's everywhere. But when I really think about it, the people or non-humans to whom I have the closest connections are people I've always gotten to know without alcohol, whether they're family members or if I've worked together with them on something that we both care about, such as writing or teaching together. That's how I met my husband. Dancing together. That's how I've met several of my closest friends. Um, Parenting together. A lot of my friends I've met through my kids. As my kids have made friends, I've connected with their parents and lots of those social situations. So many of us have had drinks together at some point, but I believe that our true, authentic connections have occurred in sober environments. Meditation is a wonderful, healthy way to tap into that connection with yourself, your environment, and others. And these rain meditations that I've been giving throughout the month, again, allow us to recognize any beliefs feeding the habit, accept or allow those beliefs without judging them, investigate and challenge them, and N, nurture ourselves by shining a light on the ability to change those beliefs and to find healthier, more nourishing rewards or ways of connecting. So, in today's meditation, I'll be taking us through the normal breath work, body scan, and rain process. And in that nurture step, I'll be guiding you to tap into your true connections and consider alternative ways of connecting. Okay, so let us begin. I invite you to find a comfortable position where you'll be able to be alert but relaxed for the next 20 minutes. So you can be seated upright like me in a chair, or you may lie down. Just think about what your body's asking for right now and go ahead and allow that. Okay, good. And as you start to get settled, go ahead and lower your gaze. You can rest it on a focal point a few feet in front of you, kind of toward the ground, or you might just close your eyes altogether. Just do your best to relax any obvious areas of physical tension and tune into your breath, breathing deep into your belly for 3 seconds. Holding for 2, and exhaling for 4 from your belly and emptying the chest. Good. Breathing in again for 3, holding for 2, and out for 4. One more time in, hold, and out. Good. And now allow your breath to be natural. When you find your mind wandering, you can always return your attention to the breath, which is always with you, as a home base, recognizing this breath and this one. If the breath is not a good anchor for you, you might zoom in to another sensation, such as where your body makes contact with the earth. Sound can also serve as a great home base. You might draw your attention to the soft noises around you, perhaps the hum of your heater, the ebb and flow of nature sounds outside your window, the start and stop of voices in the other room. With a peaceful, curious attention, feel the sensations of your chosen anchor, moment to moment. And now take a scan of your body, starting with the crown of your head and working your way down your scalp, relaxing your hairline, your forehead, and temples, softening your eyebrows, eyelids, the corners of your eyes, the nose, cheekbones, jaw, the corners of your mouth, even your tongue and gums. The base of your skull, down the back of your neck, and front of your neck, kindly softening any tense areas. Move your attention down the shoulders, the upper back, and chest, down the arms, hands, fingers, and down the torso and lower back, into the pelvis and bottom. Continue to relax any tight spots. Moving down, continue to soften as you draw your focus to your hips, thighs, hamstrings, knees, shins, calves, ankles, the fronts of the feet, the toes, the soles of your feet. Finally, draw your attention to where your body makes contact with your seat or with the earth. Here you might let out a sigh and imagine the whole body melting downward, the whole body breathing. Allow the earth to cradle you. Now, call to mind your intention for this month, whether it's to stop drinking altogether, to only drink on certain days, or to reduce the number of drinks you have within a given period of time, or to manage another habit that doesn't serve you. Visualize that intention as clearly as possible. What does it mean to you right now and to your plans for this evening? As you become aware of your intention, draw your focus to any challenging feelings that may arise in response, whether you sense some resistance, doubt, anxiety, or loneliness, or a craving. Just take a moment to be aware of those feelings. What sensations are you most aware of? What thoughts or images arise? If your thoughts are racing, or if you're not sensing much at all, you can recognize that too without judgment. Just be aware of whatever is most dominant, perhaps the overall tone. Now allow this dominant feeling to just be there. Pause for a moment and accept its presence. You might mentally whisper yes or welcome. If you find yourself saying no to the experience, you can say yes to that feeling of resistance too. This belongs. This too. You are simply observing its presence. Mindfulness has room for all of it. Now zoom in on one challenging thought or feeling, again, whatever is most dominant, and approach it with curiosity, as if you're meeting it for the first time. If you could personify this thought or feeling, what would it look like? How old are they? How are they dressed? Let them speak to you. What does their voice sound like? What do they believe? What stories do they tell you? What do they think will happen if you don't overindulge tonight? Maybe they're suggesting that you won't connect to those around you or that you'll feel lonely. Just listen to their response. Now draw your attention back to your breath, breathing naturally, and take another quick scan of your body. Where do you feel this emotion or thought? How does it feel? You might name any physical sensations associated with it, such as tightness, throbbing, burning, heaviness. And now ask this emotion or thought, what do you need? How do you want me to be with you? You might place your hand on your heart or wherever your body is affected, feeling the warmth and reassurance from your palm. And now call to mind someone you're close to, someone you plan on seeing in the near future, perhaps this evening or this weekend. They can be human or non human, an adult or a child. Just visualize them as clearly as possible. See them standing in front of you. Why do you love spending time with them? Let their true qualities shine through. You might name those characteristics. Imagine them filling a list. And shine a light on this list. You might imagine framing it and hanging it up on the wall next to a picture of them. And now tune into your body. As you envision whoever came to mind, how do you feel? How does your heart feel? How does your belly feel? What does your face look like? What is your posture like? Rest here in this feeling for a minute. As you move forward with your evening, your weekend, keep this image or these images, these feelings in mind. When you're in the presence of whoever you imagined, see these qualities and remember why you feel such a connection to them. When you're ready, draw your attention back to your contact with the earth, the sounds around you, your breath. If you haven't, you may open your eyes, taking in your peripheral vision first, and then slowly changing your focus to the sights in front of you. If it feels good, you might stretch or bend over. If you're lying down, please return slowly to an upright posture. Namaste. Thank you. You're welcome to listen to the recordings whenever you want. But as you move forward over the weekend, just try to keep this exercise in mind. If you feel a craving arise or any negative feelings in response to a craving or in response to your intention, just pause for a moment, tune into your breath or another anchor that we've practiced. Just recognize those feelings or those cravings for what they are, for being there. Just allow them to be there when they arise, accept them as natural, and they'll most likely pass. You can nurture yourself by offering yourself loving kindness statements or visualizations like we practiced today. And try to remind yourself, especially if you see alcohol as a way of connecting with others, just try to see your connection with others for what it really is and how you originally connected with that person in the first place. Anyway, thank you for listening. Please subscribe or hit the like button, a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Again, I will be off Facebook next week between the 19th and the 25th. You can find me on YouTube. There's a link in this post to my playlist. And there's also a link in the event that's pinned to my Facebook profile. Okay, so thank you again. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.